flower of the giant passionfruit, Passiflora quadrangularis, also called giant lilycoy or grenadilla. That's a beauty, isn't it? And what an intricate, amazing looking thing. The flower is easily as fascinating as the fruit. When they call this thing giant, they aren't kidding. See here the size of my hand, which is a pretty normal male hand. A little stubby maybe, but you can see how big this thing is. This morning what I'm going to do is I'm going to make my first giant lilycoy harvest. Now this will be my first attempt right here in front of the camera. Usually when I sample fruit, these are fruits that I have probably eaten over and over and over again, and I know exactly what's going to happen if I have a good piece. In the case of this thing, I don't know any more about it than the rest of you do. All I know is that a friend of mine gave me this plant a couple years back. It took off over here and we got fruit now. So this is new to me. I understand by looking in the literature that when they turn a good yellow color like this, they're ready. Over here I have another one that is probably not ripe. I would say that fruit is not ripe. It's kind of a limey green sort of a color here. So the yellow fruit over there is what we're looking for. So I'm going to go ahead and take this thing off. My ever trusty pruning shears here. Alright folks, here we go. She's a looker. I got a couple of ugly patches on the skin here. I believe this is from spraying citric acid against coqui frogs. The passion vine does not seem to like applications of citric acid, but I can't stand the coqui outside my bedroom window all night long. And so, looks like we left a few marks on the hide. Well, here we are back in the Green Garden Test Kitchen. Got our giant lilycoy here. We're at the moment of truth. We're about to open this thing. Oh, it's nice and soft. It cuts a lot like a cantaloupe. Whoa. Check that out. Okay. So, like most passion fruit, the juice is collected around the seeds. So, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to capture the entire interior here, get it into a strainer. It looks a little bit like banana passion fruit, like Passiflora melissima. That kind of pale orange. It's also a little bit like the Jamaican passion fruit too. Alright, so first off, I'm going to bust the juice sacs here by agitating them through a sieve. Well, that about does it. I got myself a bowl full of juice here with a little pulp in it. I've gotten most of the juice out from the seeds. We'll get the rest of the pulp and juice out with a little bit of water later on. Now, the moment of truth. The color is a almost slightly creamsicle orange. It's frothy looking. Wow. Okay. That's really different than the standard lilycoy. It does remind me a little bit of the Jamaican lilycoy, but that one has a more resinous mango-like taste. This is slightly acidic. It's sweeter than a regular passion fruit. There's a flash of orange. It tastes a little bit like an orange. Wow. It's good, okay? Hard to describe. I guess if you took a regular passion fruit, mixed it with some orange juice, perhaps it would taste similar to this fruit. There's quite a bit of juice inside one of them. It's going to be enough here I can make at least a few lilikoi popsicles, which is one of my projects. Otherwise, I am told that this eats like a melon. Apparently, it's also good as a vegetable when it's green. And so, I know nothing because you are witnessing me eat this for the first time. Looks like honeydew melon. Well, the inside's got a membrane, so I guess you'll cut that off. It is very melon-like. If I was to compare it to anything, it's very similar to a ripe honeydew or Charlene melon. It doesn't have the sugar. It's sweet, but it's not melon sweet. It's juicy, that's for sure. And this membrane I'm talking about is right here, right underneath where the seeds were. This is tough, so that gets removed. Well, it's not bad. My suggestion is that I would add the rind of this fruit to a fruit salad with bananas, pineapples, oranges, other stuff like that. It work out pretty good. It's not at all unpleasant, and so I'll have to admit there's an awful lot to the giant lilikoi, because you've got the rind, which ordinarily on most passion fruit isn't usually eaten. Passiflora melissima, you can eat it, but it's not very good. You can eat it on the maypop, but that's not very good either. Now this would be the best passion fruit rind I've ever experienced. Not bad. If it had just a little bit more sugar, I'd say it's a Charlene melon. Definitely very edible. There you have it, folks. The giant passion fruit. Later on, I'm going to go ahead and make some popsicles out of the juice that I've got here. Most times passion fruit juices and pulp are best used for beverages and jellies and lilikoi butters and popsicles and all sorts of different things. Also good with meat marinade. They're not usually that good if you consume them straight up because they mostly tend to be a little bit acid. This one's pretty good, and I could drink it straight up. So there you have it, the giant passion fruit, Passiflora quadrangularis. Happy gardening. The finished product, the passion fruit popsicle. Well, that'll put a smile on anybody's face.